Alright. So, what have I did? I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. Uh, we're going to talk about what I think about what should be done for a Chroma rework. And we're going to go through from left to right, from passive to effigy. First off, with the passive. Actually, it was something about a Chroma guide that got me into this idea that we should do something leaning towards like the greedy dragon thing, especially since effigy actually has a double increase of credits mechanic. So I think that we should kind of tie that together and give Chroma a stacking buff to his ability efficiency. And the reason I say ability efficiency and not strength is because a stacking permanent ability efficiency buff will be a lot more fun and would have a lot more room for, well, variety than just a straight uh, ability strength buff. Plus, I think at the moment that we just have a lot more weight. We have a lot of ways to really buff the crap out of ability strength as it is. I really think it would be overkill. Let's actually swap over to the proper one. So I'm talking about the proper one and not looking at Gloom. Nope, that's the wrong. Oh, that's the wrong button. Spectral Scream. I actually originally had a different idea for this. But that video I was talking about before, if I can find it, I'll link it just for the sake of, you know, fairness. We turn Spectral Scream into a tap and hold ability. So when you tap it, it activates Spectral Scream as we know it. Except that it deals all 4 of the elements at once, not just one of them at once. And you know, increase certain scalings. Like I don't know if it does scale with Vex Armor's buff. If it does, improve the scaling and improve the scaling of using it over time to, you know, benefit that. Because at the moment it's just really bad. It's not great. It's not great. And then the hold would be an inhale. So basically, you would run around cleansing stacks from enemies and consuming them to buff yourself with Overguard. To give yourself Overguard. That's kind of a modification of what he said, but I really like this version because then you can pick and choose between dealing stacks and consuming stacks. Elemental Ward. This is where it's gonna get really wordy and really complicated really quickly. First thing, we're changing the status chance of all of these, the base status chance of all of these to 50, to 50, because heat would not be terrible, even with its god-awful damage. It would not be terrible because heat in the current game it is right now is not a bad damage status to have at all times. It's DOT, it's armor, it's minor armor strip. It's really useful. So other than just increasing damage, Uh, that for this kind of goes into electricity as well, but I think either the capacity of how much max health is increased should be better, because even at what I'm doing, it only increases it, by 112%, which at the moment is really only like 300 health, which, who's texting me? No one important. That's not a lot of health. It's really not a lot of health. So I think either turning the heat buff into either a HP per second healing, just a straight heal, or just increasing how much health it actually increases the max of. And I think for the same thing for shield capacity. Rolling back a bit, I think actually the minimum radius for both of these should be 30. Just because, again, a big complaint that you'll hear from pretty much any Chroma main is that there's a reason no one builds for radius like I am, because I'm addicted to being supportive. Is because even with, range bonuses, you only go up to 30. You only really go up to 30, which is, good, but every other one can get way higher than that. So I think, 30 should be the base, and, everything build off that. Electricity, other than what I said for health of, increasing the max capacity that it increases for shields, just having it hit multiple enemies with the electricity burst, because I actually learned that it only hits one. I didn't know that it only hit one. I don't actually think this needs to be changed for, like, shields per second. I actually think it's fine how it is. It could just do more shields and hit more enemies. Toxin? So we'll see. Toxin's also not terrible. It's just that the fact there's some weird interaction where it can only go if there's already a toxin proc on them, which just fix that, and cool. Toxins, it's there. It's not as good as heat, but, if you're fighting Corpus, it'd be something good to have on. As far as what its effect should be, I'm actually thinking a lifesteal. And the reason I say lifesteal, and this will go into what I say with cold as well, is because, as you saw with my other thing, I have a gloom here. And I think having the at least, neutered effects, similar effects on gloom on two different elements of elemental war would be really good. God damn it. God damn it. Because at the moment, compared to all this other stuff, I don't think the holster speed of the stuff really matters. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's super useful. Cold is pretty good. The only really thing I would say is you could add like a aura to it to again have a diet gloom slow. and then apply the Everlasting Ward Augment. And then also apply that Everlasting Ward Augment to Chroma, to Vex Armor, because that would be really good. It'd be very useful for Vex Armor. As far as Vex Armor, really the only thing, like I mentioned, is the range. I'd say maybe increase the duration to 30 seconds, just so that it's a little easier to manage. Vex Armor. Vex Armor is where this gets fun. So the first thing I'm gonna say is increase the extra credit thing to just kills around, to just kills while it is up. The second thing is have it mirror Chroma's Elemental Ward and Vex Armor casts, and have it affect teammates around it, because that make you a very versatile like roamer and being able to have some effect on defense. And have Chroma just be able to affect a much larger area of radius and keep his buffs on as many teammates as possible. Oh yeah, and you know, guided effigy. And just apply the guided effigy augment. I'm going to make a short that links to this. I'm going to figure that out because I don't actually know how to do that, and I'll figure that out, so that'll be out when I figure it out. Because I want to get the discussion of Chroma rework actually, like, started, because I see, like, some people who play Chroma will kind of mention it, but I haven't ever seen, like, a proper video like, this is my ideas for a Chroma rework. And I think we should start that. So yeah, if you are from the Warframe community at all, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think all of these changes would bring Chroma, up into a better status. Cause for those who don't know, like, oh, you know, Vex Armor is really good. It's like, yes, Vex Armor is really good, but the problem is 3 out of 4 of his abilities aren't really that good. Like, they certainly have good things about them, like cold's really good, electricity's alright. Electricity is good for shield gating. Cold is just generally useful because of the armor buff. But Spectral Scream and Effigy, you're never really gonna cast. You're only really gonna cast Spectral Scream if you have Archon Stretch on, so you can have the energy regen from that. And you're only doing Effigy if you're, say, doing defense, or you're doing Profit Taker for the extra credits. And even then, with Profit Taker, there are better, easier credit grinds, especially with what we have in the Warframe 1999. So yeah. Share this video around. Let's get this discussion actually started. You know, maybe we'll see a bigger Warframe YouTuber like maybe Kengineer on this train. Because I think if we can get someone like Kengineer or fuck, I don't remember his name. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He's long since moved on from Warframe. I think. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully with some of this, hopefully with something like this, we can get someone bigger on this thought train. Goodbye.